Thank you. Thank you for joining in. We are a good number. I can see we are quite a good number. So we can get started. And today's class, we are going to cover a very important topic about crypto analysis and also the different crypto metrics. And some of the sources of data that we are going to cover, one of them is CoinMarketCap. The second one is CoinGecko. And also the third one is Crypto Bubbles. And also there is another one called CoinGlass. And some of the crypto metrics that we are going to cover are examples of market cap. We have volume, circulating supply, total supply, maximum supply, coin burning, and also all-time high. I will explain these different sources of data in the simplest language so that each of you can be able to understand and make an informed decision whenever you are analyzing different cryptocurrencies. So I know most of you, whenever you want to buy a certain coin, sometimes you miss out on a very important aspect about crypto analysis. And the purpose of this class is to help you to make a better and informed decision whenever you are analyzing different cryptocurrencies and make a good either buy or a sell decision. Because you see, in the crypto market, we have over 10,000 cryptocurrencies. And you cannot own all the 10,000 cryptocurrencies. So it is good to understand each of these cryptocurrencies and understand their metrics. And by understanding their metrics, you are able to do a thorough research and a thorough analysis. And that informs the decision that you are going to take. So crypto analysis involves understanding various metrics and tools that help you as a trader to make an informed and a better decision. So which are some of the crypto sources of data that you will be looking at whenever you want to analyze these different cryptocurrencies? In one word, we call them crypto aggregators. In another word, we also call them sources of crypto data. And what do these crypto aggregators do or maybe provide to you? Crypto aggregators are platforms that compile and display different cryptocurrency data and also multiple sources to provide you with real-time information about the prices, the market trends, and also other important metrics. You'll realize that when we open CoinMarketCap, for example, it will be showing you the different metrics like market cap, volumes, things to do with fee and grid. We'll be able to cover all that. So we'll start with CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is one of the largest sources of data, and it is mostly used by most traders. And it provides you with real-time data on prices. It also gives you real-time data on different charts and also information about volumes and also historical prices. And also, when it comes to other sources of data that you can also look at and consider, we have CoinGecko. CoinGecko is also quite a good source of crypto data. It also has the same features as CoinMarketCap, but again, it has some additional, what we call additional features, like sentiments, what the crypto community is saying about different cryptocurrencies. We also have another one called the Crypto Bubbles. It is simply a visual presentation of market trends and how users can see the performance of different cryptocurrencies. I'm sure most of you may have interacted with the stocks, and in this case, I mean the US stocks. You'll always see, for those of you who do market research globally, you'll always see a chart that is shared with different stocks and the performance of those stocks on a specific period. So it is the same thing that Crypto Bubbles does, and it shows how different cryptocurrencies have performed. And the first crypto metric that I want us to cover today is something called market cap. In full, what we call market capitalization. Market cap is the market value of a publicly traded asset, and in this case, the asset we are looking at is cryptocurrency, the digital asset. So, how do you calculate market cap? It is simply the current market price times the circulating supply, and in this case, I will use the example of Bitcoin. We all know Bitcoin has a maximum supply of 21 million coins. But the circulating supply of Bitcoin is around 19 million and something. In the later class, not in the later class, but in the next subtopic, I'll be able to explain to you the difference between circulating supply, maximum supply, total supply, so that at least you get the difference between the three. So Bitcoin has a circulating supply of around 19 million and something. So when we are calculating the market cap of Bitcoin, you will take the current price. The current price of Bitcoin as of today. I believe most of you have checked. We can also check right now on the charts. The current price of Bitcoin just a second. I admit someone. So I was mentioning something. The current just allow me to move these to this other end so that each of you can see the current market price of Bitcoin. So the current market price of Bitcoin is at 81,576. It keeps fluctuating. And cryptocurrencies, we say they are usually highly volatile. So you'll notice that the price of Bitcoin keeps fluctuating. That is because of the volatility aspect. It is one of the features and one of the characteristics when you covered basics of cryptocurrencies. So when you are calculating the market cap, you'll take the current market price of 81,581. You multiply with the circulating supply of around 19 million and something. So once you do that calculation, it will give you the market cap. I hope you are together. Once we start covering CoinMarketCap, I'll be able to give you the exact figure of the current market cap of Bitcoin. So I want us to proceed to the next. And cover the next metric called volume. I hope on market cap you are on the same page. I have used Bitcoin because most of you are well versed with Bitcoin. So it is simply the current market price, you multiply with the circulating supply of Bitcoin, and it gives you the market cap. It is simply what is the value of Bitcoin. What is the value of Bitcoin? That is, it simply gives you that. In stocks, we call it valuation. So the other thing that I want us to cover, the other metric that we are going to cover is volume. So this is also another important metric that you will be paying attention to anytime you want to get into these markets. So trading volume, it refers to the total amount of cryptocurrency traded within a specific period. And in most times, you will be paying attention to the volumes traded in the last 24 hours. So you'll be checking how much volumes of Bitcoin have been traded in the last 24 hours. How much volumes of Ethereum have been traded in the last 24 hours. And high trading volumes suggest strong liquidity and what we call investor interest. So there is one important point that I want to put across. And remember, we always say that high volumes plus price action equals price increase. If there is a high volume, you combine that with the price action, you will definitely see a price increase. And if there is low volumes, you combine that with the price action, definitely you will notice that there is a decrease in prices. So low trading volume can indicate a lack of demand or possible market manipulation. It is important to put across that all markets, especially crypto and forex markets, they are manipulated by what we call market makers. In crypto, we also have what we call whales. So in forex, we have what we call market makers, simply the big financial institutions like banks. In crypto, we have what we call whales. It can be individuals with a lot of money. They don't know where to put that money, and they will put it into crypto. And that will affect and impact the price of the cryptocurrency that you are holding. So it is an important metric because it helps us decide the strength of price movement. And a price increase is accompanied by high volume, which is considered more reliable than one with low volume. It is simply what I just explained. And later on, we'll be able to cover other technical indicators that also help us to determine strength of volume. One of the indicators that we'll be able to cover later on is what we call relative strength index, what we call RSI. Another technical indicator that we are going to cover later on is an indicator called MACD. We'll also be able to cover that. And also another technical indicator that we are going to cover later on is what we call simple moving averages, SMA, and what we call EMA. All those are different types of indicators. Volume is just one of those indicators. So later on, we are going to cover others. So the third metric that we are going to cover tonight is circulating supply. Circulating supply, it simply refers to the number of coins that are currently available for trading, buying, selling, and transferring in the market. I'm sure when you are covering the features of cryptocurrencies, I'm sure Wanjiku was able to take you through and tell you that cryptocurrencies are tradable. And apart from being tradable, cryptocurrencies are transferable. I can trade cryptocurrency on any crypto exchange. I can also transfer my cryptocurrency from one crypto exchange to a wallet address. And when we're talking about circulating supply, it does not include those reserves that are held by the project, and also what we call locked tokens, or tokens that are yet to be mined. You see, something very important that you need to understand, and in this case I'll use Bitcoin. In the year 2024, we experienced what we call Bitcoin halving. It happens after every 4 years. And anytime Bitcoin halving happens, many traders, many crypto traders, and the market in general anticipates that the Bitcoin price will increase, simply because Bitcoin gets to become more scarce. So I want to help you. I want to explain some different terms here, so that at least you are able to understand the difference between circulating supply, the total supply, and also maximum supply. And Bitcoin is a very good example. Bitcoin has a total supply of around 21 million. Out of the total supply of around 21 million, the maximum supply, the circulating supply is around 19 million and something. That means we have another 2 million that is yet to be mined, and some held as reserves. I hope you're together. 19 million that is circulating in the market, in the crypto market, and then we have an additional 2 million to make up the 21 million that is yet to be mined. That is why there is a very important process called Bitcoin mining. And I believe Wanjiku was able to take you through that. Bitcoin mining is simply the process that verifies and validates transactions, validates Bitcoin transactions. And it is done by solving what we call complex mathematical puzzles, or complex mathematical solutions. Once you are able to solve that, you will have verified a transaction, and you get rewarded. You get rewarded by X amount of bitcoins. So a cryptocurrency price can be influenced by its circulating supply. That is why the more scarce a cryptocurrency is, the more valuable it is considered. A good example is Bitcoin. If you compare the circulating supply of Bitcoin, Bitcoin has more value. It is considered more valuable as compared to other cryptocurrencies that has more circulating supply. One of the coins that I want you to look at that has a lot of circulating supply is a coin called Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu has a lot of tokens in circulations that needs a lot of coin burning. I'm sure the next topic that we are going to cover is something to do with coin burning. Another coin that has a lot of coins in circulation is Doge. And also another coin that has a lot of tokens in circulation is a token called Pepe. So majority, if you look at majority of these meme coins, they usually have, if you compare the circulating supply, their circulating supply compared to the circulating supply of Bitcoin, you realize that Bitcoin is very scarce. And we all know that if something is scarce, it usually has more value. And another good example, if you look at gold, gold is a very scarce resource. And that is why gold, in terms of its intrinsic value, it has very high value. Same thing when it comes to Bitcoin, the digital gold. It is very scarce, and that explains why why it has more value as compared to other cryptocurrencies. So the next thing that we are going to cover is total supply. Total supply simply represents all coins that have been created, including those that are in circulation and also those that are held by developers or those that are reserved for future use. And also it includes coins that are being mined or rather that are yet to be mined, and they are distributed through what we call initial coin offerings, airdrops, locked or future releases. So those coins that are held by developers, you see, cryptocurrencies, they usually begin as projects, and these projects raise what we call financing. And when they raise financing, they are able to distribute tokens to the users who have bought bought the tokens. By buying, I mean who have financed the projects. But there is a good number of tokens that are held by developers. You will hear that. I'll use an example of XRP. You will hear that 50% or close to 50% of XRP coins are held by what we call repo, and the other 50% is in the market. So when the developers of a certain coin, a certain token, when they hold a very high percentage of that coin, sometimes it is not good for the coin. Or rather, most of the times it is not good for the coin because it affects the market price. Because if Franklin, as a coin developer, is holding 70-80% of that coin, and only 30% is in circulation in the market, there is a huge risk. In the event, the coin pumps from $1 to $10. What if Franklin, as the developer, I decide to take profits and use everyone else as an exit liquidity? So it poses a risk. So it is always very important. One of the things that you're supposed to check whenever you are analyzing crypto is the holding in that cryptocurrency. You get to understand how much do the crypto developers hold. If you look at someone like Vitalik, the developer of Ethereum, he holds very few amounts of Ethereum. And that is good for the Ethereum ecosystem. Very few. Worth, I think, around 600 and something million. Very few. So many buyers own Ethereum worth more than what the developer of Ethereum owns. So that is something good for the Ethereum ecosystem. Same thing when it comes to other ecosystem like Solana. And also same thing when it comes to Bitcoin. The developer of Bitcoin, Satoshi, owns around, it is not really a huge number, the Bitcoins that he holds. I don't have the exact figure, but it is not a huge figure. And that is good for the Bitcoin ecosystem. So I wanted you to understand. That whenever we are talking about the total supply of a coin, we are talking. We include even the coins that are yet to be mined, and also those that are locked in and they will be released in future in form of airdrops. My colleague Wirimo will be able to take you through about airdrops. She'll be able to cover that in the next class, possibly next week, and you will be able to learn how you can take advantage of airdrop. A good example is PI. You remember PI did airdrop. People were mining PI, and people took advantage of that, and they were able to mine a good number of PI coins. And when PI got listed at the price of $1 and something, the price went all the way all the way close to $2. I think above $2, and people made millions. I met someone who was saying that they made around 6 million from PI. So airdrops is a very important topic that you also need to understand, and my colleague Wirimo will be able to cover that. You can make good money, and you need absolutely no coin to mine these coins. You just need your laptop, your phone, and internet. So some of these coins in the total supply may be lost or burned, reducing the total supply. So the next thing that I'm going to cover is maximum supply, and then I'll be able to touch on something very important. I'm going to look into something very important called coin burning. So the maximum supply of a cryptocurrency is the total number of coins that will ever exist. So in this case, we are going to discuss about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a maximum supply of 21 million Bitcoins that will ever exist, ever. You can't create more than 21 million Bitcoin forever. And Bitcoin is so different as compared to what we call fiat currency, what most of you refer to as cash. You see, governments have the reserve to create as many notes as they can. The government tomorrow can wake up and decide to print as many notes as they can, maybe to finance the 2027 campaign, or maybe in the case of the US, maybe to finance the 2020. The election was in 2024, the 2028 elections. You remember during COVID, US printed a lot of dollars to try and cope with the COVID, and also to try and cope up with inflation. And that affects the value of currencies, and also it affects economies as well. I'm not going to delve much deeper into that, but I just want you to understand that when it comes to Bitcoin, we have a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins, and we can't go beyond that. So cryptocurrencies with a fixed maximum supply tend to be deflationary, as scarcity can increase value over time. Deflationary is just the opposite of inflationary. Inflationary is something that general prices are increasing over time. So Bitcoin, considering Bitcoin is very scarce, it has a very high value as compared to all these other currencies that have a lot of circulating supply. So the next thing that I want us to talk about is coin burning. I believe most of you have heard about coin burning. You may have heard someone say that maybe Dogecoin cannot hit $1 unless Dogecoin burns a lot of its circulating supply. You may have heard people say that Shiba Inu cannot maybe hit 50 cents because of its circulating supply. So what some of these cryptocurrencies need to do is ban their circulating supply. And by banning their circulating supply, they are simply reducing the total supply. And by reducing the total supply, you are increasing the value of that cryptocurrency. So coin banning is the process of permanently removing a cryptocurrency from circulation to reduce total supply. I have mentioned about Dogecoin. I've also mentioned about Shiba Inu, and also mentioned about Pepe. These are coins with a very high circulating supply. So what developers do, they usually transfer the supply of these coins, the circulating supply of these coins, to a certain address, what we call a ban address, and remove them completely from the ecosystem. And by so doing, and by reducing the supply of that coin, the coin, or rather the token, increases in value. So in this case, if a project like Shiba Inu, it is a meme coin, yes. If they are able to reduce, if the developers are able to reduce the circulating supply by a quarter, you realize that over time, the value of cryptocurrency, the value of Shiba Inu will increase. Around December 2024, we all noticed that Pepe hit a new all-time high around December thereabout. And the developers have been continuously banning the circulating supply of that coin, and also the listing on different crypto exchanges like Coinbase also contributed to it hitting a new all-time high. And also, and after hitting the new all-time high, it reached levels of that we call price discovery. And in the next subtopic, I'm going to cover all-time high and mention something to do with price discovery. So coin banning is typically done to create scarcity. I've already mentioned about that. And once they are banned, the value of those cryptocurrencies usually tend to increase. And it is done periodically over a period of time. So in this case, Doge was, I think Doge was created around 2017 thereabout. Is it 2017, 2018? So over time, they have been banning the circulating supply of Doge over time. So this creates what we call price stability, and also controls the price of that coin. So another thing that I want us to discuss, to cover tonight, is all-time high. Bitcoin hit an all-time high of around 109,000 in the month of January. That means everyone who was holding Bitcoin in January was in profits. Even if you bought a day before and Bitcoin hit an all-time high of $109,000, you are all in profits. So in the next few months, if Bitcoin hits an all-time high of 120,000, it will simply mean even those who bought at 100,000, they will all be in profits. That is what an all-time high means. And anytime a cryptocurrency hits an all-time high, there are traders who tend to sell at the all-time high price. So you realize that sometimes when a cryptocurrency hits an all-time high, after some days, it tends to dump, simply because some of the holders, some of the traders are selling the cryptocurrency. So all-time high refers to the highest price a cryptocurrency has ever reached in its history. And I've used an example of Bitcoin. So investors use all-time high as a reference to point and analyze price trends and determine future price potential. I remember in 2022, crypto enthusiasts were telling people that one day Bitcoin will hit 100,000. And most people would laugh at us. They would laugh off. That time Bitcoin was at around 20,000. And in 2024, Bitcoin hit 100,000. That only took 2 years. It only took Bitcoin 2 years to hit 100,000 from a price of around 20,000. So you can imagine the value of Bitcoin in the next 3-4 years. So when a coin approaches its all-time high, it may face a certain level of resistance, simply because some investors, some traders are taking profits. So breaking all-time highs can signal a strong bullish momentum, leading to what we call price discovery. And in this case, I'll use an example of Bitcoin and also an example of Pepe. And I'll start with an example of Pepe. When Pepe hit an all-time high, I think it was around December, thereabout. When Pepe hit an all-time high, and it entered the price discovery phase, we saw that the price continued to rise, simply because there is usually a very strong momentum. And during that period, Pepe had more volumes that were traded, even more than Solana, even more than Ethereum, even more than XRP. I remember it was either the second or the third in terms of volumes for a consecutive number of days. And because of that, because of the volumes, and we just covered that high volumes plus price action, it simply means that it simply leads to a price increase. So during that period, we saw the price of Pepe increase, and it continued to increase until when the market in general became bearish at the very end of January. That is when Pepe started dropping. So breaking the all-time high leads to that phase that I've mentioned called price discovery. So these metrics are very, very important. And it is very important for you to be able to understand how to use each of these metrics to analyze the different trends and the different cryptocurrencies. So you can use these metrics, these crypto metrics, alongside fundamental analysis and technical analysis to make better and informed decisions in the crypto market. Later on, I'll be able to take you through technical analysis. We'll be able to cover other technical indicators and also what we call technical concepts, and also we'll also be able to cover what we call trading strategy. Wanjiko will be able to take you through what we call smart money concept, SMC, and I'll be able to take you through a strategy called buy side, sell side liquidity model, combined with the fair value gap, combined with what we call 1 hour CISD, combined with MSSS, combined with the order block, and also combined with the Bollinger Bonds, what we call BB. So that is the end when it comes to the crypto metrics. So now I want us to do a live practical example on how to navigate CoinMarketCap. So I want us to do a full guide on how CoinMarketCap works and the different services on CoinMarketCap, and also the different metrics that are on CoinMarketCap. So once you are able to navigate through CoinMarketCap, you'll also be able to navigate through CoinGecko, like I have shared with you. CoinMarketCap is similar to CoinGecko. So in this case, we're just going to cover to navigate through CoinMarketCap. So let me open CoinMarketCap, and also on your phone or on your laptop, you can also search coinmarketcap.com. So search coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. Just allow me to drag this on my right side. So I have opened the CoinMarketCap page, and I want us to go through it together and see the different things that CoinMarketCap shows. We said that CoinMarketCap involves data. It provides prices. They also have charts. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you on this page. So when you open CoinMarketCap, you'll see that the first thing is the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is around 2.6 trillion. That is well captured on your top left. And then if you look here, we have what we call CMC 100. CMC 100, it is simply the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap that are covered by CoinMarketCap. It is simply the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap. And then the next thing that you will see is what we call altcoin index. And then on your top right, you will see fear and greed. And below here, you are able to see all crypto, their price, and the change in price in 1 hour, in 24 hours, in 7 days. And also you are able to see what we just covered when I discussed the crypto metrics. You can clearly see there is market cap. It also captures volume in the last 24 hours, and it also captures the circulating supply. Like I said, the circulating supply of Bitcoin is around 19.8 million Bitcoins. But the total stroke maximum supply is around 21 million. That means we have around 1.2, around 1.17 thereabout million Bitcoins that are not in circulation. That means they are yet to be mined, and that is what Bitcoin miners do, to mine those Bitcoins, and then they transfer the Bitcoins into the market. So CoinMarketCap covers over 10,000 cryptocurrencies. Like I mentioned, if you scroll down, you will see on the first page there is the top 100, like I've mentioned, the CMC 100 by market cap. These are the first 100 cryptocurrencies. And you can see it moves all the way to 106 pages. If you click to page 106, you will see it reading 10,000 on this end, you will see it reading as 10,000. That means we have over 10,000. Okay, let me increase my volume. You can see someone saying the volume is quite low. You have done so. So, like I earlier stated, we have over 10,000 cryptocurrencies. That is why understanding the different crypto metrics is very, very important. Very, very important. So I'm going to pay attention to the first 10, to the first 20. We look at the price, market cap, volume, as you go on. So you can see the price of Bitcoin as at today is 81,926. And in the last 1 hour, Bitcoin has gained 0.5%. But in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has dropped by 3%. And you can see the price of Ethereum is under $2,000. It is at 1,891. And in the last 1 hour, Ethereum has gained 0.8. But in the last 24 hours, Ethereum has lost 2.86. And in the last 7 days, it has lost 2.8. So the third largest cryptocurrency, it is USDT. It is a stable cryptocurrency. It is what you buy when you are buying cryptocurrency on P2P. And the fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap is XRP. It is the fourth cryptocurrency. You all recall that around September last year, when the price of XRP was still very low, at around 0.5 thereabout, XRP was not even around top 10. But today, the price of XRP has increased to 2.24, and XRP has risen to become the fourth largest cryptocurrency. BNB is a cryptocurrency owned by Binance, created by Binance. And most of these crypto exchanges, they are creating their own cryptocurrencies. You will realize that there is a crypto exchange called it's called Crypto.com. They also have their own cryptocurrency. Also, there is another cryptocurrency called cryptocurrency exchange that also have their own. Bitget. Bitget also have their own cryptocurrency. So the largest is Solana. It's one of the biggest ecosystem that we have in the cryptocurrency space. We have USDC. We also have Dogecoin. Dogecoin is one of the biggest meme coin that we have. We also have what we call ADA, ninth largest cryptocurrency. We also have Tron. Tron is also one of the best upcoming cryptocurrency. And if you monitor what the developer are doing, I think very soon they want to transfer. Yes, I saw they want to transfer Tron to the Solana ecosystem. So before end of this year, Tron will be under the Solana ecosystem. So we also have another coin called Toncoin. Toncoin is developed or rather created by Telegram founder called I think it's called Vok something. We have what we call, when we are discussing the different categories of cryptocurrency, we'll cover something we call Telegram tokens. So Toncoin is one of those examples of Telegram tokens. Another example of Telegram tokens that we'll cover is Notcoin. It's also an example of a Telegram token. So at number 13, you have what we call Chainlink. We also have XLM. We have the recently listed PI. I know most of you are mining PI coin. And lucky of you who are able to make some money from PI coin. We also have what we call Hedera, HBAR. We also have Avalanche. And you can clearly see most of these coins in the last 7 days, they have been dumping. And also in the last 24 hours, they have been dumping. But if you look at the activity in the last 1 hour, if you pay attention to the activity in the last 1 hour, you realize that in the last 1 hour, most of these coins have been pumping. So one of the ways, as a futures trader, this is a secret that I'm giving you. One of the ways to trade futures is you come to the CoinMarketCap platform, look at the activity in the last 1 hour, look at the price change in the last 1 hour. If you see, the market has been gaining. If you look at Bitcoin and see the other coins have been gaining, that simply shows you the trend of the market. It shows you the market trend. The market trend is bullish, or the market trend is positive. That means the price is gaining. So you usually look at which coin is yet to gain. The market is bullish, but which coin in the last 1 hour is yet to gain? And it had lost a lot in terms of the percentage change. So if you look in the last 1 hour, you'll notice that PI coin in the last 1 hour, it is yet to gain. So if I was to trade futures, I'll consider trading PI. Which other coin is yet to gain that is tradable on futures? You realize that MNT is yet to gain. And also you realize that a coin called CRO, it has lost 0.675 in the last 1 hour. If you look at another coin like what? So you can clearly see, if you come on this platform, you are able to see the trend, and you are able to pick a coin that is yet to gain in the last 1 hour. If you look at GRT, it is yet to gain. Yet Bitcoin has already moved in the positive direction. You can clearly see how fast GRT has changed. It was negative 0.6 and it has moved from negative 0.6 to positive 0.18. That means in that 1 minute that I was talking, it has already printed a positive candlestick. That means it has printed money for you. That is one of the secrets of how to trade as a futures trader. It's just a secret that I'm giving you that I use. So I want to open Bitcoin so that we can look. I've simply clicked on Bitcoin so that we can look at a number of things on Bitcoin. You can clearly see CoinMarketCap is providing you with the price. The price is 81,914. It is also giving you the chart and showing you the performance over a certain period. And in this case, from March last year, from March this year, all the way to date. You can set it to give you the last 7 days. You can also set it to give you the last 1 month. You can also choose the last 1 year and so on. So when you open Bitcoin, in this case, you are able to see that the total volume of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours has increased by 1.48%. And the total supply, I've already mentioned that, is at 19.8, but the maximum supply that will always exist is at around 21 million Bitcoins. So CoinMarketCap is able to give you what we call historical data. So you are able to see in the last 24 hours, which is the lowest price that Bitcoin has reached. So you can see clearly that today, Bitcoin has reached a low of around 81,179. And in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin had reached a high of 84,728. So this historical data, it helps you as a trader. It is important. So if you are a futures trader, every day you are getting into the market, you want to make some money from the volatility in the market. We always say that make volatility your friend. You make money when there is volatility in the market. If there is no volatility, that means price is not moving. And when price is constant, there is no money that you're making. So below here, you are able to see the different markets, the different crypto exchanges where you can buy Bitcoin. So when you come to this section, you are able to see you can buy Bitcoin on Binance, you can buy Bitcoin on Bybit, you can buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, OKX, BitGet, Mex, KuCoin, Git.io. So it is very important for you to also understand where to buy a Bitcoin and how to buy Bitcoin. And I believe Wanjiku was able to take you through and you were able to cover that. So I've already covered the markets. Also, there is what we call Bitcoin news. So it is very important for you to always make sure that you are updated on what is happening in the crypto market every day. So it is important for you to know when someone like Michael Saylor has bought more Bitcoin. It is important for you to know when USA will be creating the Bitcoin reserve. Such news is very important. And also it is important for you to understand what news, which news affect Bitcoin price, and it is important for you to understand which news affect Bitcoin and crypto prices. And we always say, we always pay attention to two type of news. We pay attention to what we call CPI inflation, and another one that we pay attention to is what we call NFP, what we call non-farm payrolls. Later on, I'll be able to cover that. And something else that we also pay attention is what is happening tomorrow. Tomorrow we have what we call FOMC. So the Fed tomorrow will be saying that whether or not they are cutting Fed interest rate or not. So we also pay attention to that. And also, we also pay attention to the Bitcoin community. We say that the strongest community is the Bitcoin community. It is a very strong community in this space. And you also pay attention to the sentiments in the market. You also recently that there is someone who had short Bitcoin at around 84,000. And they had said they take profit at around 59 and then 69. So such sentiments, it is important for you to pay attention to such sentiments. And also another sentiment that you're supposed to pay attention to that we are going to look at is what we call fear and greed. So allow me to look at what we call fear and greed. I've already covered CoinMarketCap 100 index. I simply said that it includes the top 100 cryptocurrencies, and they are put in one index just to try and measure the performance of the cryptocurrency market. So when we are talking about fear and greed index, you can see that the fear and greed index today is at 25. And we say when the index is high, it simply means the fear is low and the greed is high. That is simply what it means. And when the fear is low and the greed is high, it simply means that people are putting in more money. We are likely to see more money inflows simply because people are more greedy. People want to make money from the market. So we are likely to see more money inflows in the market. And whenever there is, when there is a lot of market uncertainty, there is usually a lot of fear. So you realize that when the fear and greed index goes low, you realize that during that time, if it goes to around 15, that means the fear is high. There is a lot of uncertainty in the market. So, and this is an example. You see, last week, when the fear and greed index was at around 15, simply meant there was extreme fear in the market. But you see, this week, we haven't had any news about tariffs. There is a bit of stabilization, market stabilization. But when the market hears about tariffs, there will be a lot of uncertainty. So people tend to move their money either from cryptocurrency or maybe from stocks to another asset class that they consider more safe, like gold or like Bitcoin. So you'll notice that maybe people are moving their money from altcoins or maybe meme coins, then moving that money into Bitcoin. So I want us to cover something called altcoin season. How do you know altcoin season has begun? You see, I've seen discussions, people saying that the altcoin season has been postponed, the altcoin season has been cancelled, and especially those people who are new in crypto. Sometimes I don't even want to argue because most of them don't even know what they are saying. Most of you who are in crypto in 2021, and also those who are in crypto in 2016, you all know that in 2021, we saw the price of Bitcoin before the alt season began. So the price of Bitcoin dropped to as low as around 16,000. I think it was 16,000. I will have to confirm as we, but it is. Let me check as we go through, so that I can be more accurate. Just want to check. You can clearly see in 2021, just before. In 2020, just before Bitcoin pumped in 2021, Bitcoin was going at a price of around 9,000. And then in 2021, after Bitcoin dumped to around 9,000, Bitcoin pumped all the way to 63,000, and then it dumped again to around 28,000. So you can imagine price moving from a high of 64,000 and then moving to 29,000. That is a drop of more than 100%, right? So in this alt season, if it was to be something similar to what happened in 2021, where we saw a drop of 100% in the Bitcoin price, that means we saw Bitcoin go to a high of 109. Half of 109 is something closer to 55. So as long as Bitcoin is above 55, we're good to go. So the fears and the worries that I see in most of you saying that the alt season has been postponed shows that majority of you are not around in 2021. So right now Bitcoin is 81,000. It is still high. So if Bitcoin was to drop by 100% from the high of 109, that means we should be expecting Bitcoin to come to, you can clearly see at around 54, there is a support. At around 54. And don't be surprised if Bitcoin fills that gap. So don't be surprised. It might happen, it might not happen. But you can clearly see from the current price of 81,000 to the price of around 53,000, there is a gap, what we call a CME gap. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin goes back to fill the CME gap at a price of around 53,000, 54,000. If it goes back to that price, we will now confidently see the price of Bitcoin pump going up and up all the way to around 120, 140,000 without slowing down. Just preparing you to some of things that might happen. So I was just mentioning that because it is important for people to avoid the fear that I see sometimes. So when you're talking about alt season, for the alt season to begin, it simply means Bitcoin dominance has to drop, and people have to move money from Bitcoin to altcoins. So the altcoin index, it simply measures the performance of top 100 altcoins compared to performance of Bitcoin. And when the performance of altcoins increases compared to Bitcoin, that is when we say that the Bitcoin season has started. And the easiest way to know that Bitcoin season has started is something we call Bitcoin dominance. When Bitcoin dominance is high, it simply means that Bitcoin is controlling the general crypto market. You can see as at today, the Bitcoin dominance stands at around 60.6%. So when Bitcoin dominance goes below 50%, at around 48 to 45, between 48 to 45, that is when the alt season will begin. But as long as Bitcoin dominance is as high as 60.6%, it simply means more people. It simply means that Bitcoin is more dominant than other cryptocurrencies, in this case altcoins. But when that Bitcoin dominance drops to around 50% or below 50%, it simply means that people are moving their money from Bitcoin, and now once they move their money from Bitcoin, they are moving their money into altcoins. And once the volumes that are in these altcoins increase, we said that when volumes increase, the prices of those altcoins will also tend to increase. Another thing that is important is crypto ETFs. I'm sure you have seen something to do with Bitcoin ETFs. Last year we saw Bitcoin ETF got listed, and people invested into the Bitcoin ETF. There is a lot of volumes that are in Bitcoin ETF. And also there is what we call the spot market. So the spot market is simply the market that most of you buy different coins, different cryptocurrencies. I'm sure most of you are well versed with that, and Wanjiku was able to take you through that, so I won't repeat that. So this is simply how the CoinMarketCap platform looks like. I'm sure now the next time you are opening this platform, you will be able to interact with this platform without so many difficulties. So in the next 2 or 3 minutes, I just want to cover something. Just allow me to take 2 or 3 minutes of your time to cover the different categories of cryptocurrencies, and then we can call it a day, because I feel it is important. And also I can mention on the crypto narratives that you should be paying attention to during this period. Just allow me to go back and mention on the categories and mention to you the different cryptocurrencies you should be paying, the different crypto narratives that you should be paying attention to, and also the different cryptocurrencies that you should be stockpiling, or that you should consider adding into your portfolio. Just allow me to do so quite quickly, and then we can come to an end of this class. So we have different types of we have different categories of cryptocurrencies, and this is usually a very important segment. I'm sure most of you have heard about meme coins. Most of you have heard about also Solana coins. So meme coins are quite popular, likes of Dogecoin, quite popular, likes of Shiba Inu. These are popular meme coins. Likes of Pepe, some popular meme coins in crypto. And also we have what we call Solana tokens. These are coins that these are tokens that are created on the Solana ecosystem, or what we call the Solana network. And also we have what we call the BNB ecosystem. You have all seen that in the last 24 hours, the BNB ecosystem has had more volumes than the Solana ecosystem. That means there have been a lot of activity, and there have been a lot of building of new products around BNB ecosystem in the last 1 week or so. So there has been a lot of activity in the last 24 hours. Right now, we have a new category called Made in the USA tokens. These are cryptocurrencies that were created in the USA, like Solana, XRP, ADA, and these are the same coins. If you remember that Trump announced that the government of the USA will be creating crypto reserves of those specific cryptocurrencies created in the USA. We also have more like XLM still created in the USA, likes of HBAR still created in the USA. We have others called AI and big data. Good example is these AI coins. We have a coin like WorldCoin. These are coins that more focused on AI. We have what we call RWAs, what we call real world assets. Good example is Pendle. Pendle is one of the biggest real world assets that we have, providing real world solutions. We also have gaming tokens, quite popular in this space. We also have what we call the PIN, also quite popular in this space. We also have AI agents, also quite popular in this space. We also have the cat-themed tokens, quite popular as well. And also right now we have what we call the Telegram tokens. Also, they are also becoming quite popular in this space. So, so during this time, which are some of the coins that you should be paying attention to? So which coins should you be paying attention to? I have covered the different categories, some of the popular categories, or what we call crypto narratives. So if you look at the Solana ecosystem, is one of the biggest ecosystem that we have in the crypto space. So you will realize that cryptocurrencies that are built under the Solana ecosystem, you realize that they will be performing quite well. And also something else, maybe I can give an example of a coin that is under the Solana ecosystem. We have what we call WIF. WIF is an example of a coin under the Solana ecosystem. We have likes of Bonk. These are just examples of tokens under the Solana ecosystem. Realize that whenever the Solana ecosystem is doing well, you'll notice that also those specific tokens will be performing well. And you remember that Trump chose to list his token under the Solana ecosystem, and when he did so, we saw Solana in the month of January hit an all-time high of around 290. Was it 290? It was 290, or was it 270 something? Around 290, thereabout. I think 295. We saw Solana hit an all-time high of around 295, thereabout, and then it dumped. And also we saw the price of Trump hit a high of around $77, and then right now it is at around $10, $11. So I will finalize this class by saying that what is good for a certain ecosystem is good for other ecosystems. By this I mean, what is good for Bitcoin? If there is something positive about Bitcoin, what is good for Bitcoin is also good for other altcoins, and is also good for other meme coins. So if Bitcoin is performing very well, also expect other altcoins to be performing very well. If there is a crypto reserve, and specifically if there is a Bitcoin reserve, and the price of Bitcoin goes high and high, also expect the same to happen to altcoins. So what is good for Bitcoin is also good for other coins. And what is bad for Bitcoin is also bad for other coins. If there is something bad affecting Bitcoin, it will also affect other coins that you are holding. If people still, like what happened when Bybit was hacked and the number of Ethereum was lost. We saw the prices of Bitcoin drop. We saw the prices of Ethereum drop. We saw the prices of other altcoins drop. It is simply because what is bad for one major cryptocurrency like Ethereum is also bad for all these other cryptocurrencies. You remember what happened during Luna, when most of us who were holding Luna were wiped out. During that time, the price of Luna went to close to zero, and also other cryptocurrencies were also affected. That is very important. What is good for Bitcoin is good for other cryptocurrencies. And what is bad for Bitcoin is also bad for other cryptocurrencies. And what is also bad for other cryptocurrencies is also bad to Bitcoin and other currencies. Understand that, and your crypto trading journey will be very smooth. So allow us to close at that point. I believe it has been quite a good class today. And I'm sure you have learned a lot today. So if you have a question, I'll allow 2 or 3 questions, and then I'll be able to answer that. And then I'll be able to answer that briefly, and then we can call it a day. You can raise your hand and ask a question. So, Kevin, you can proceed.
Hello, Franklin.
Yes, hi, Kevin.
Thank you for the session. Imekuwa educative. I hope kutakuwa na more and more in the coming future. But my question is the relationship between the stocks and crypto. Recently nilikuja kudiscover when the price of stock rises, tunaona pia as crypto zina rise and vice versa, but I don't think it's all the time. So the relationship ndio, if you unaweza guzia hapo tashukuru. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for that question. It is a very, very good question. And from time to time, I usually share the performance of stocks in the WhatsApp groups that we have. And whenever stocks perform very well, you realize that cryptocurrencies also perform very well. And when stocks dump, you realize that also Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they also dump. So there is a very close correlation. Because you see, in this market, it is the same people who are in these markets. Kevin, you can be in the stock market and you are the same investor who is in the crypto market. The only difference is you have allocated X amount in the stock market and you have allocated X amount in the crypto market. Or maybe you have allocated X amount into Bitcoin. So you see, the factors, the macroeconomics affecting stocks is almost similar to the macroeconomics affecting Bitcoin and crypto as well. You see, in the event of tariffs, when the US president announces tariffs, that affects all markets. And by all markets, I mean it will affect the crypto market, it will affect the stock market, and also it will affect the forex markets, it will affect the commodities markets, indices, it will affect all these markets that we have. It will not only affect stocks. And then, when things cool down, you will notice that this week, things have cooled down. Now, this is part of understanding fundamentals, the macro economics side of it. When things cool down this week, over the weekend, you remember I shared a joke. I was saying that I hope Trump do not announce or maybe mention the word tariffs in a speech over the weekend. And he kept his mouth shut. He never mentioned tariffs. And the start of this week, he has not mentioned tariffs. So you'll notice that the stocks are recovering. Yesterday, the performance of stocks were positive. The other day, the performance of stocks were positive. So that is usually how these different markets, they are correlated. It is simply the fundamentals. It is simply the macros. I hope, Kevin, I hope I answered that in the best way possible, in the simplest way.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, sometimes if you are unsure about crypto, and maybe you are not sure about which direction crypto will go, sometimes looking at the stock market can give you a clear direction. I've said sometimes, not always, I've said sometimes. If you are unsure and you look at how the stock market, the stock market, and when I mention the stock market, I'm referring to the US stock market. You look at the US stock market, you are able to see that this is the direction the direction of the stock market, and you can anticipate the same in the crypto market. Works perfectly. So I will accept another question. And before another question, I'll just mention. You remember the case of DeepSeek, the one that is competing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a US product. DeepSeek is a Chinese product. And when DeepSeek came into the market, you remember the stock market dumped. And then the crypto market followed. So it's simply the macros, whatever is happening in the macro environment. Simply that. So I'll accept two more questions, and then we call it a night. Feel free. I'm someone who is usually very interactive, playful, and I always answer all questions directed to me. So feel free to ask a question. If there is anything that you did not understand, if there is something that you missed, just feel free to ask a question, and then we can close. Joseph, you can proceed and ask a question.
Hello, yes. When you look at Ethereum,
Okay.
Under maximum supply,
Okay.
they have not indicated the maximum supply, but it shows the total supply. What does that mean?
Okay. It simply means this. I gave the example of Bitcoin, and I said Bitcoin has a maximum supply of 19.8 million. And also, Bitcoin has a circulating supply of the same amount of 19.8 million. But when it comes to the total circulating supply, the total supply is at around 21 million. So this is the difference when it comes to Ethereum. When you see maximum supply and there is no maximum supply, it simply means there can always be created more Ethereum and they will be released into the market. That is what it simply means. There is no maximum supply. So one day, the developers of Ethereum can decide to create more Ethereum coins and release or rather distribute into the market. And when you look at the total supply, and also when you look at the circulating supply, you realize that the total supply is always more than the circulating supply, simply because there is a number of Ethereum tokens, Ethereum coins that are yet to be mined, and others are being held in reserves, like I explained. So, but that part of maximum, when there is no maximum number of Ethereum, it means at some point the project owners, the project creators, they might decide to create more Ethereum coins. Simply means that. But when it comes to Bitcoin, they will never ever create more Bitcoins. The maximum Bitcoin supply will always remain as 21 million. So Ethereum is just the same way we have money. So depending on how the market is and the market circulation, supply and demand, the government can decide to create more money tomorrow. The government can decide to print more money tomorrow. So it's the same thing when it comes to other coins like Ethereum. I hope I have answered your question, Joseph.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So any other question before we close? So since there is no other question, I believe we can close at that point. Mine is to appreciate you for joining today's class. Tomorrow we also have another class. I'll be able to share the details quite early, and then we'll meet tomorrow 9 p.m. So have yourself a good night and see you tomorrow.